What if I told you the universe might be a trap, a place with no borders, no exits, and no outside? And what if scientists just discovered something that should not exist, something coming from beyond a place that supposedly has no beyond? Let's begin with the most unsettling idea in all of modern science. The universe has no edge. No walls, no corners, no outside, nothing to touch, nothing to reach, nothing to fall off from. Imagine holding a balloon. Its surface is smooth and round. If an ant walks on the surface of that balloon, it can walk forever. It will never find an edge. But that ant is living in a two-dimensional world. The surface of the balloon is its universe. The ant cannot see the third dimension in which the balloon actually exists. It cannot understand that its entire universe is just a skin floating in a much bigger space. Physicists believe our universe may work exactly the same way. We might be the ants. We might be living on the surface of something so big, so vast, and so beyond our imagination that we cannot even sense it. But the biggest mystery is this: if our universe expands like a balloon, then what is it expanding into? What lies beyond the place where the universe ends? Some scientists say this question makes no sense. Because the universe doesn't expand into anything. It simply stretches space within itself. But if that was true, then why does the cosmic map show regions where galaxies are too far, too old, or too stretched out to fit in our model? Why do we see structures that look larger than the speed of light should allow? Why do we detect radiation coming from places that seem outside? To understand this mystery, imagine the universe as a giant infinite grid. Every point on the grid is moving away from every other point. No center, no edge, no outside, just endless expansion. But even this idea breaks down when we ask the one forbidden question: where is the grid drawn? What is it sitting on? What supports it? Human logic demands a container. Everything must be inside something. A box inside a room inside a house inside a city inside the world. But the universe refuses to follow this rule. It says, I exist within nothing. That is the most uncomfortable answer we can ever get. But is it the final answer? Maybe not. Some scientists propose that our universe is not infinite. Instead, it loops back on itself. Imagine a video game world where if you walk too far right, you appear on the left. No edges, no boundaries, a closed shape, a cosmic loop. If our universe works like this, then going straight in one direction long enough would bring you back to where you started. You wouldn't see any edge, only a continuous space that curves around itself. But this idea creates a new problem. If the universe loops back, what shape is it looping into? A sphere, a torus, a multi-dimensional shape impossible to visualize. Now imagine a four-dimensional bubble. We cannot visualize it, but we can understand the math. This bubble is expanding, and we are on the surface of that expansion. The inside of that bubble, the outside of that bubble, none of it is part of our reality. We cannot touch it, we cannot see it, we cannot even define it. And yet, something lies there. Something must. Here's where things get strange. Some physicists believe that what lies beyond the universe is another universe. Or many universes, not like ours, not following our physics, not containing our atoms, not bound by our time, but full of realities that are completely unreachable. A multiverse where each universe is like a bubble in a cosmic ocean. These bubbles never touch, they never communicate, but some theories say they do collide. And when they collide, they leave scars in the cosmic microwave background, circular imprints, signals that something outside touched us. A few years ago, scientists found suspicious circular marks in the cosmic background radiation left from the early universe. These marks did not match any known physics. Some researchers suggested they might be the fingerprints of another universe brushing against ours billions of years ago. If true, then beyond our universe lies something. Something real, something powerful, something that exists outside the rules of everything we understand. But let's go even deeper. What if the universe isn't expanding into space? What if the universe is expanding into time? What if the edge of the universe is not a place but a moment? A boundary not in space but in history. Think about this. If time began with the Big Bang, then before the Big Bang, there was no before. Time is a property inside the universe, not outside. And if time cannot exist outside, then space cannot exist outside either. So the beyond may not be a place. It may be a state where space and time simply don't exist. A nothingness that is not empty. A nothingness that is not black, not dark, not silent. A nothingness that is not even a thing. But this creates more confusion. If time does not exist outside the universe, how did the Big Bang happen? What caused it? How did the universe begin from nothing if nothing cannot contain a cause? The truth is terrifying. The universe may have created itself. A self-starting event. A spontaneous birth of space, time, matter, and laws. A reality that wrote its own rules as it emerged. But this still doesn't answer the question, what lies beyond? If time does not exist there, can anything exist there? Many physicists now believe the answer might be dimensions. Higher dimensions. Layers of reality stacked above ours. We live in 3 dimensions of space and 1 of time. But beyond our universe may exist hundreds of dimensions where space is folded, twisted, wrapped, and layered in ways we cannot imagine. These dimensions might hold other universes, other physical laws, other kinds of matter. One theory says our universe is like a sheet of paper floating in a higher dimensional space. Another sheet of paper could be right next to us, just millimeters away, but unreachable because it exists in a direction we cannot move. Imagine being stuck inside a flat drawing. You cannot step out of the page. You cannot touch the air. You cannot see the person holding the paper. You are confined to 2D. In the same way, our universe might be confined inside a 3D slice of a much bigger reality. Everything beyond is invisible, untouchable, undetectable. But sometimes, things leak. Gravity might leak. Dark matter might leak. Strange cosmic rays might leak. These leaks might be hints that our universe is not alone. Let's talk about the most mind-bending part. Some scientists believe the universe is infinite, but not in size, in possibilities. Every moment, every vibration, every particle is just one version of reality. All possible versions exist simultaneously in an infinite dimensional space. Our universe is just one path through that space. Beyond it lies an endless tree of realities branching forever. But what about the initial question? If the universe has no edge, what lies beyond? Here are the possibilities. One possibility is that beyond does not exist. The universe is all there is. No outside, no container. Another possibility is that our universe floats in a higher dimension, surrounded by other universes. Another possibility is that beyond the universe lies a timeless, spaceless state, where typical concepts don't apply. And one final possibility is that we are not meant to know. Our senses, our brains, our physics might be too limited, too primitive, too stuck inside this bubble to ever grasp what lies outside it. A fish cannot understand the land. A bird cannot understand the deep ocean. Maybe we cannot understand the beyond. But here's the strange irony. Even if we can never reach it, never see it, never measure it, the question itself pushes humanity forward. It forces us to build bigger telescopes, stronger theories, deeper questions, and bolder imaginations. It pushes us toward the edge of knowledge, even if the universe has no edge. So what lies beyond? Maybe nothing. Maybe everything. Maybe something we don't even have words for. But one thing is certain. Whatever is beyond the universe is bigger, stranger, and more mysterious than anything we can ever imagine.